Hey, Jamie.
Hey.
So, for anyone that's wondering at home, Jamie and I film a lot of content that we don't publish where we got into a fight in the last video. Pretty bad, actually.
Yes. True.
I mean, it's really hard to live under these circumstances, and it's really, really even harder to film content. My head feels sometimes like it's going to explode, but I do want to express to everyone why I feel so much better and why the bags under my eyes have really, they still need to go a little bit further, and the belly has to go, but I'm on the road to recovery, and I know I am. And I do want to express to everyone, like, Jamie, why do you think that how long were you sick for?
A year. I think we were both sick for a full year, honestly. I really do.
What do you think? What
I think that for you is a little longer. For me, it was really since September 11th. But
what happened on September 11th?
That was the day the ex parte.
I met Mallory on September 11th, 2001, which is coming up in a month or so, maybe less, maybe more.
Well, on September 11th,
25 years.
I lost the kids. So, I think, between everything that happened over the year, it was physically and emotionally so traumatic that my body just broke down, especially towards the end. It was the perfect storm of various sicknesses and just like a mental breakdown of just not being able to go any longer.
I think that's an interesting perspective, and I think that it's about 60% right. Do you know what else I think happened? I think that both you and I were somewhat chemically dependent without knowing, and it didn't affect our moods that much, and it didn't affect our brains, but it did affect our health.
Oh, that's true.
And it did affect our
totally
long-term.
Alcohol.
Jamie stopped drinking completely.
And taking any over-the-counter, any pills that I was.
Well, let's be honest. For me, after my 4 colon cancer-related surgeries, I was given 1 15 milligram. Well, I was given 3 Roxasets a day for my pain management and all that stuff, and I ended up having to take 1 for about 9 years.
Yeah.
A human being, in my opinion, who takes any opioids, their chemistry in their body gets shifted and changed over time, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I can only speak about my experience. Because of what was perceived, as you can see, not only am I healthy, I'm sober, and I'm calm. I'm not a crazy person. What happens is I get triggered very easily by people who are responsible for hurting children. Judge Joshua Levine, Mallory, these people have hurt children. The prosecutor never hurt any children. As a matter of fact, today the prosecutor said, why are we not considering the fact that Jamie won her VASPA hearing? And one thing I want to tell everyone who's not a lawyer or doesn't understand what's going on is Jamie was arrested twice for things that she never did. She was also attempted to be VASPA'd or have some sort of a long-term, scarlet letter. And being that we're in, I can't tell you where you are. We are. But I will tell you that when it comes to Miss Resnick, a.k.a. my boy Jamie.
Exactly.
She already beat both charges because when Mallory and her crack team of attorneys, including Jamie Hoxley Solano, who's the wife of Ricardo Solano Jr., take a look at who this guy is. Who cares? It's getting redundant. I'm getting a headache even talking about these people. She was VASPA'd over the YouTube videos and the text message thing. So she already beat both of them. So if you're in the legal mind spectrum or a tactician, Jamie Solano and Mallory made the biggest fucking mistake of their lives if their goal was to illegally claim something that Jamie never did and find a way to make her guilty. Because what they did was they overplayed their hand. And you could tell they don't play chess. they overplayed their hand. If they had a winning position in both criminal cases against Jamie, they thought that they can slam the door. It was almost like when Kramer makes Sue Ellen Mishke try the bra on because Stan the caddy, his lawyer Jackie Childs, me, I'm like, whoa, what are they doing? You know, anyone with any experience whatsoever. But these clowns went into battle and staked claim to both elements, which Judge Estevez really, really did a great job. And that's where, like, I'm confused about the whole Essex vicinage, because what they do is create their own problems. Like, the judge could have easily tossed the case and said, this is absolute bullshit. If this happened in an urban community with 2 women, none of this would ever fly.
Yeah.
But rich white people, they make for good television, and they make for even better law. So, here we go.
That's true.
Jamie literally beat both of the criminal allegations against her in a quasi-criminal court with very extensive... I mean, they brought in how much evidence? Like, books. Where is that? Aren't you allowed to get that?
A wheelbarrow.
Should do something with that.
A wheelbarrow.
Have you ever seen...
I've never seen so much.
Have you ever seen the movie Ricochet?
I don't think so.
I'll tell you and everyone at home a very interesting scene in the movie. It's not that great of a movie, but... Well, that's what we should name this one, Ricochet. You know what Ricochet is?
It's to bounce back.
Yeah. But like, bullet, whatever. People get scared when people talk about bullets, let alone the fact that this is a 90s movie starring Denzel Washington, John Lithgow, and I guess the young kid from My Blue Heaven. He's like his right-hand man. Is it about corruption? It's a little about corruption. It's a lot about idealistic views of what the prosecutor's office looks like and what a criminal looks like. You know, John Lithgow just finished a movie called Raising Cain. And he was really known as a somewhat psychotic lead actor. Really? And yeah, not the actual actor. The actor's a pretty normal person, actually. But he plays good psychotic people.
Oh, okay. He does, yes.
Yeah, and this was around the time where I believe it was either right after Philadelphia or right before Philadelphia. And this was Denzel Washington's, one of his breakout performances that made him a household name. Denzel Washington plays a prosecutor who puts away John Lithgow, who is an actual psychopath and a serial killer, whatever, but by some circumstances, the psychopath really has it out for the prosecutor. I don't remember what it was. I want to say that they couldn't get John Lithgow on the actual crimes, so Denzel Washington invented a crime so they could get him, but he was guilty on the other stuff. Okay. It was something along those lines. And sound familiar? And check out the new Cape Fear. Yeah. Short story long, he gets out of jail and, you know, hunts down his family. And one thing that happens is, I believe, you know, John Lithgow at one time goes into the prison and people know him as a psychopath, but he has to make a name for himself. So they show this real visceral scene, and I've never been to state prison, in case anyone's wondering, except for the one time I went to state prison. And I was a kid. I mean, I sold marijuana. I was really good at it, and I actually had a reason to be there. Annandale in Stokes Forest. It was amazing. I met Jimbo, learned really a lot about myself, and the guy that was there would never tolerate what's going on. Yeah. The only reason I tolerated all this, in case anyone's wondering, is for my 2 boys, especially my younger one.
What about you? What about your experience?
In state prison? Wait, let me finish on Ricochet. So they show the scene where, like, you know, I believe John Lithgow has to get his stripes in the prison, and the way that they have these gladiators fight, you'll never guess it. They take yellow pages, and they put yellow pages opened up, and then they duct tape them around. And believe it or not, that's an actual real way to defend yourself against, like, if you find it, like, unfortunately there's no yellow pages anymore, but if you find yourself in a situation back in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, let's say there's like a bank robbery or something and you need some body armor, you can open up a yellow pages, put it around you. Oh my God. Yeah, it's
That's
seen
so
in
funny.
movies, but it's
I
very
don't think
common.
they even exist anymore.
No, but that's one of the reasons why it's like you know, society doesn't think about certain things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a Yellow Pages
A multi-purpose use of Yellow Pages.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Sometimes it'll go through it, but like it'll stop a stab, and I don't know. It's better than not having one. But the point is that they show the soft-bound ones, and they wrap them around and everything, and they use them as padding. And the reason why I mention that is because not only can you easily take those mountains of papers from Jamie Hoxley Solano and build some sort of a female, it's got to be a women's only fight club where you wear the Yellow Pages as whatever, and then you wear black robes over them so you can't see it. And
that's funny.
No, I mean, like, look, my imagination runs wild when it comes to the sad reality of the wastefulness and the horribly embarrassing loss that Jamie Hoxley Solano, the entire law firm of Dynamis, Gibbons, these lawyers are trying to kiss their own elbows right now, which, by the way, is impossible. The reason why I say this is because they're never going to be able to undo the past. They're never going to be able to undo that their brands are completely destroyed by the efforts or the criminal negligence of a few attorneys and a big mountain of high-priced cover-up attorneys who simply ignore reality. Does that make sense?
It does. It does. It just, I mean, we have seen these people in action, and it is every bit as worse as you.
And that's why maybe people are like, "Oh, why are you not filing anything?" Look, let me tell you something. To file, I've spent hundreds and thousands of dollars directly with the court. Forget about legal fees. I'm talking about actual filings with district courts, federal courts, and everything.
Just gobble up the dollars.
They just take the money. No one ever sees me. It's a complete conspiracy, and I'm going to the Supreme Court. And I am, because whether or not Supreme Court hears me or not, I definitely will make sure that the entire country knows what has been going on. And I promise you, there's a lot of people that care about kidnapping, alienation, parental rights, judges who cover up murders of their own children, and you know, it's complete psychopaths that are able to get their way and earn millions of dollars because they're lying through their teeth to federal judges over and over and over again. Today, in front of my eyes, I watched a judge look at a complete fabrication and a lie in federal court and say, "I don't care." Yeah. It's sad, right?
It's twice it's happened.
That's why Judge Levine needs to be removed immediately from the bench. I don't care if he goes to prison or not.
What is going on? Why are you putting your rules on me if you guys don't follow any of your own rules?
He doesn't follow any rules. He doesn't have any concept of how to administer the law. And all he does is just put me down, bully. Like, you need to stop interrupting.
He's like, well, you need to file that. Like, he's so rude. He's so mean.
He's like, you didn't file anything for public defender, so you're not getting one.
Like,
I didn't file anything. Judge Fully Love
fully against me or nice.
Judge Fully Love gave me a public defender because I am desolate, and for me to have to file
and I have to fill out some forms.
She didn't do anything, but she was great.
Dude,
this guy is completely insane. He's completely insane. If the Township of Caldwell wants to continue to pay tax dollars to a completely insane human being who has manipulated his way and lied his way onto the bench.
I think that town is owned by Gibbons. It's like that's like their law firm.
Yeah, Gibbons owns. That's the point.
Like that's where they play golf at that golf club right there.
Yeah, Gibbons.
Josh Levine plays with them.
And Gibbons has their office somewhere in that area, Roseland or something, Caldwell. Yeah. So Gibbons Law and Ricardo Solano, they own Josh, and I guess they think that I'm a moron that doesn't know this or something, but. Anyways, it's very incestuous in New Jersey, and if you're watching this on a national level one day, please understand that these things happen because there's a couple of thousand human beings that control everything in New Jersey, and once you get on their bad side, they will break the law and do anything they want to do because they control the law.
I know. I thought it was, I had seen the worst with Porzio, and then it just gradually got worse. And then I saw Sedona and Trank, and I couldn't believe my eyes, the laws that were broken. I mean,
well, that one, Sherwood and all of them will account for what they did. They will definitely account for what they did, especially in the Supreme Court. Judge Sherwood is going to have to explain himself on a much higher level, as well as in front of Supreme Court, and explain how he was able to support all of this. But I'm sure he'll have an explanation. I don't know what's going on. I was told to say this.
Yeah.
It's all right, Judge Sherwood. You and Esther Salas. You guys are not good people. And you know what's really crazy? Judges are so quick to invent some story like I'm going to hurt them in some way. I couldn't give a fuck. I couldn't give a fuck about you people. If I want you to go to federal prison, why would anyone want to hurt you? Why would anyone say, like, oh, this person should go to federal prison if they're looking to hurt them?
Yeah. Makes no sense.
What am I, like, trying to raise awareness to somehow, like, getting myself caught in something? I'm not interested in hurting anyone. I have no thoughts like that.
You want your stuff back.
I want my knives back. I want my stuff back. I want everything back.
That's it.
The Livingston Police Department stole a $250,000
my
knife
house
collection.
and my boys. How hard
This is insanity.
Why is no one
this is
listening?
insanity. This is complete insanity. What are you going to do? Sell the stuff that you stole while I film you doing it on YouTube? You're going to spend the rest of your life explaining to our children how much further you destroyed their father and their lives? Look, all I want is just my life back. I don't even know what the fuck Mallory wants from me anymore. Nobody does. Nobody does. She needs to grow a set and say, I want you dead. I've tried to kill you. I want you out of the kids' lives. And she has to say it publicly so that the judge and Child Protective Services can fucking hear it. And the whole country will hear it. And you'll see that I'm right. That this woman is psychotic and she keeps lying to my children. They're my children. I will fight for full custody at this point. After seeing her laughing at me and Jamie and thinking this is a fucking joke, I am fighting 100%, not just for full custody. I will never stop until the people that are responsible for the crimes that they've committed against me, Jamie, and our 5 children are held fully accountable. This is it. There is no going back. I will never, ever, ever forgive the people that have done this. And if that means a strained relationship with children that I love, that I'm fighting to protect, well, I'm not going to accept it. Maybe some fathers will, but I'm not. These are my minor, beautiful children that have been alienated and brainwashed, and I'll be fucking dead before I stop fighting for my rights as a father under the U.S. Constitution, under every fucking law imaginable, and on behalf of every other parent that has had their children illegally taken from them because of who they don't know, because they don't want to be a part of the corruption, because they don't want to pay to play. How's that?
Really good. I'm glad you said it. Honestly.
You know, I have to let people know this is 100% real. I've never seen any content remotely as interesting, passionate, true, sad, fucked up, and viscerally in your face ever. And the fact that you are not doing anything about it only shows that I am right.
You are.
You are brainwashed. You are scared. You're scared little bunnies. Show me a movie where an entire town supports a fucking kidnapper. I have all the evidence. Nobody's listened to anything. You know why? Because she paid enough lawyers to lie on her behalf, so now it's a spin cycle. All my wife does is stalk me, send YouTube letters that should be... She's going to lose her digital identity. She's going to be blocked from all social media in the next couple of months. And no matter how much I've asked to stop, she doesn't stop. She will never stop. There's no response to my settlement offers. So the only thing I can do is file the most serious federal litigation. And I am fighting for full custody. I'm fighting for psychiatric surrender. I am fighting for health. I'm fighting for love. Maybe somewhere deep down inside, when she gets the help that she needs, I can find the woman I'm married. The woman I married would never ever send me to jail for crimes I didn't commit. I didn't hurt her. I never hurt anyone. She's in a bad mental place. No one's listening to me. No one is listening to me. The only thing I wanted was a restraining order a year ago and a mental health evaluation. I made the biggest fucking mistake of my life. I had no idea the people I'm asking for a mental health evaluation are fucking crazy. The judges are fucking crazy. They're incompetent. This Judge Matos Wilson, took everything away from me. I don't have access to any of my stuff, and she gave me a judgment against me because I can't fill out a case information statement because all my papers, my entire life is locked away from me. And she thinks that she's going to actually get away with this. It's nuts. It's nuts. And the craziest part is they look at my behavior after they've destroyed my life as a father, as a man, as a citizen, and they say, look at him, he's crazy. That is the sickest thing that anyone could do to another person. And it's been done to me for more than a year, almost 2 years. And it continues to go on every day. And my children will suffer every single day. And the pain and their scars will only show as adults, when they'll never date a woman based on what their mother has done in front of them. And they'll never be able to trust a partner ever because of what their mother has done. No matter how much I've tried, I've begged to resolve this. My wife's obsession with Jamie and her psychotic, endless tirade to invent stories that never happened. And now that it's been a year, no one's even communicated with her. She sounds like a fool. She sounds like a psycho fool. And she's being supported. Her own lawyers didn't even show up today. Fucking pathetic. And all I want is for my children back in my life. And I'm being dangled like, oh, you have to behave. You have to make some changes. Fuck you people.
You have to pay.
And I have to pay money to see my own children?
Yeah,
money I can't even... I can't see my children unless I pay $100,000?
Yeah, something crazy.
What a disgusting human being. Ew, that is the Blask family. That is the Blask family. They will fucking kill you for money. Try to get a nickel from those people. That's why I never fucking asked for anything except on my last breath. I asked for an investment in the building. They laughed at me. I borrowed money from someone else, and Mallory stole the building and sent me to jail to get the money. That is so fucking disgusting. Try to end this video. Let's see what happens. Nothing. You can't do anything because it's the truth. These are disgusting people, and they literally should go to federal prison or state prison, actually. I don't care. So that everyone can learn what happens when you interfere with parental custodial rights and you lie in court to do all of this only to cover up your own crimes. And I still would never do the things they did to me because it's so fucked up. And I cannot stoop to that level to lie over and over again just to shift the agenda.
Honestly, you've been dealing with so much, and you are asking for so little, and the imbalance of equity and power in your court cases.
It is so illegal. It is so illegal. How can anyone be watching anything on television when this is going on? I gotta go.